Hi everyone, I'm Eric.
And I'm Christopher.
And we're Grow For Me 5B. Today we're taking you to a local garden center to explore some fall clearance options for the garden.
Let's go shopping.
So here we are at our local garden center. It's literally a mile from our home, and we are in the clearance sea of hydrangeas right now. And what we kind of thought we'd do for this video is walk you around this garden center and kind of point out, like, this is a great price, or this is something that you can plant in the fall. This is something that you should wait till the spring to do. This is a good deal on this. This isn't, kind of what to look for. So if you're kind of intimidated when you head to the garden center in the fall for clearance plants, and you think, oh my gosh, this looks terrible, maybe it still has life in it for next year, we're going to help try and clarify some of those things today. Right, Christopher?
Yes, that's what we're going to clarify.
So let's start here. We have 3-gallon Tough Stuff red hydrangeas for $20.
That is a deal.
This is a great price, but what you're going to see here, I don't know if the light will show you, is there's definitely some watermarks on the foliage. That'll be fine. This, I know for a fact that this garden center waters overhead with sprinklers, and it looks like it's probably some hard water that's happening. This will all drop. It'll grow fresh next year. There's already buds set for next year. This is a healthy specimen. What I'm going to do too is look down at the base, see if there's new growth, and if I'm strong enough and capable enough, I'm going to look at the root system.
And guys, we are sorry about the light. This is the end of the day at the garden center. It's kind of the golden hour, but it's really, really golden today. I'll look at that.
Lots of roots.
Healthy, clean roots.
Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend flipping it upside down and pulling them out unless you know you can do it without damaging them. But these 3,
that's a win.
Great win, $20 each, you can't beat it. But there, let me point out something I wouldn't purchase. Right here, for $20, this Seaside Serenade Cape Hatteras hydrangea. You're like, oh, that looks like healthy new foliage, but I know for a fact, reading this tag right here, that this is a macrophylla, and that means that it blooms on old wood. So if you purchase this for $20, you're not going to get any flowers next year.
Yeah, and then you have to wait that extra year, and you might as well have spent full price to get quicker flowering.
Yeah, so something like this, a macrophylla hydrangea that's been all the way cut back, I don't think that's a great deal unless you're very patient and you don't mind.
Oh, hold on. Before we go over to those can-dos, can we talk about these mini mauvettes?
These mini mauvettes look in general pretty good. Maybe not this one in particular, but the other ones look great. So Vincebelle Mini Mauvette is about 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. It has a purplish pink bloom. These are $20, it says.
Yeah. These are bigger than the ones we planted in our backyard.
Yeah, these are awesome, for sure.
Yeah, we would have taken these home, but we already have 5.
Yeah, these are a great deal. Very healthy foliage. Everything looks good. Definitely would do those.
What else do we have? Oh, here's a traditional Annabelle if you want to go for the classic arborescence.
Yeah, and so Annabelle is the original version of Incredible. And the difference with Annabelle, if you don't mind staking a little bit, is they're going to be a little bit floppier. But these, again, these bloom on new wood, so you can cut them right back.
Yeah, these will look great
ground.
For $20.
$20. If I didn't know how great Incredible was, I might consider it.
All right, so we're moving on over to those Let's Dance can-dos. I felt like this was the deal of the century. I'd been looking at these all season long. So one of the great parts about the fall, if you had something on or that you were looking for and it's on clearance, get it. These are incredibly healthy. In fact, Eric brought 3 of them home not too long ago.
I did, and I'm going to be full transparency. I picked the 3 best ones.
Yes. They just had the most branching. They were just the fullest overall because this is a macrophylla, but it's a macrophylla serrata hybrid. So we know that they're going to rebound if there was any substantial cutback. So when you look up close, you can see this one over here, probably not the best choice. It had a lot of heavy pruning on it. Same thing here. But some of these that have a nice kind of rounded shape, absolutely grab those. Look at this one, 7-gallon Annabelle for $50. So if you had your eye on Annabelle, you know that's what you want. $50 for a 7-gallon. all of these 3 gallons were originally $50.
I will say though, Annabelle's grow so quickly that if I had to choose between the $20 for a hedge or the $50 for a hedge, I'd still choose the 20 because they do grow so quickly. You're probably purchasing a year or two max with the 7-gallon versus the 3-gallon.
And that's going to be perfectly illustrated here. These Limelight hydrangeas in 7-gallon for $75. I don't think it's worth it. Limelights grow so quickly. A 2-gallon would catch up with this in a season or two, and you could get that so much less
The
expensive.
only time this would be worth it for us is if, like, forbid anything happened to a hydrangea in our Limelight hedge, we'd want to buy the biggest
possible one. But these do look really good. I'm very impressed with these.
Over here, climbing hydrangeas grow so slowly that if you're interested in a climbing hydrangea, I feel like $50
They were $90.
They were $90. So it's almost half off. And they're so slow growing that you're saving some time buying the bigger specimen. They don't start blooming until after the first 5 years, right?
I believe so. So you probably are cutting a year or so off of that by choosing something that's on the larger size. So this would be one to pick up if you are interested in a climbing hydrangea.
Yeah, so take a look around. Think about whether that hydrangea blooms on old wood or new wood. If it blooms on old wood, it's got to be in great condition if you're going to bring it home. If it blooms on new wood, you can get away with really purchasing anything that's still alive. And so do we have any tips, Christopher, for how to tell if a hydrangea is going to come back healthy? I think we'd look at the roots. I think we could scratch a little bit of the bark to see if there's green underneath those branches.
And just overall, you can tell if the leaves look diseased or water spot. Maybe you want something that doesn't have as much of a fungal problem to start.
Well, let's head over to these clearance perennials and kind of go through and see what we think is a great deal or what's not, what we'd pass over or what we'd bring home.
Okay, so these tables are $5 each perennials, which is, the kind of pricing we're looking for. The first thing that caught my eye is actually something that would 100% come home with us if we were on the market. These are Coral Jade Sedum, the Rock and Grow. There are 4 of them, and what we know about sedum is that this can look as terrible as you want. It's what's going to happen at the base in the springtime that you care about. So those little rosettes in there, that tells us that's got some healthy roots going on, and these have actually been well watered. They're pretty heavy, so that would definitely come home with us.
Are they not too watered though? Are the roots still
good? These are in really good shape.
Okay, good.
Also, all of these clematis, there's pink champagne.
That's a great price for clematis.
Yeah, this is really, really cool.
I don't know if I would choose this one though. This one looks less than exciting to choose, but there is definitely growth.
Exactly. But see, this one here for $5, if you knew the variety and you were really interested in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't choose that one because it's not labeled.
Yes, we wouldn't choose that one.
I would choose one that was labeled. That one looks great for $5.
Pink champagne, that's beautiful. There's a part of me I kind of want to take a look at it. We do have an extra trellis after the last couple projects that we've been doing. I see some kitten around catmint. Definitely something you could pick up this time of year because they're super hardy. They'll come right back. Dwarf Lady's Mantle. This
is actually where we got our Dwarf Lady's Mantle.
We do. We have a couple of them that are doing really well.
And we got it off one of these tables a few years ago.
Yeah. Oh, you could even buy a clematis that is blooming for $5. That's a fantastic little plant. It's fun. You look around, you see, okay.
Like this one here, I don't think I'd purchase just because it looks
upset.
Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff happening in there.
And it doesn't have a lot of the little rosettes at the base. So I would skip that one.
Yeah, that one I'd probably skip.
Let's see. Oh, we have Little Night European Meadow Sage. This is exactly what we just cut our meadow sage into. And look there's a ton of it.
That's really nice. Maybe
you could do a beautiful drift of this.
Maybe we need some Little Night European meadow sage.
That might have to come home with us. 10 to 12, 14 to 16 wide. This is a great plant, and there's tons of it.
It's a great color.
Yeah, that might have to come home with us. This is called tractor seat ligularia, And I almost
Oh.
would buy this just because that is the funniest plant I've ever
But
seen.
why does that leaf not match that leaf?
Because that, well, you know what? Maybe the small leaves don't get the tractor seat look.
I don't know. Me thinks that might be the wrong tag. That's the other thing you got to be careful of in the clearance section.
Tractor
No, it
seat,
still says
it's the
that.
right one.
Could that be a weed?
It's not. I have a
Okay.
feeling when they're small, they don't take on the full tractor seat look. I
Yeah.
just think this is the funniest plant I've ever seen. A very large ligularia, perfect for making a dramatic statement in the shade garden.
Well, I love dramatic statements.
Golden yellow flowers that have long petals. Morning sun or filtered shade. How big? 3 to 4 feet. That's big. That's practically a shrub. We'll pass on that one. We don't have that kind of room in our lives. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is a little midge sedge grass. This would be a no, because this time of year, grass is not so great to plant.
I mean, if we saw one we loved and it was a great price, would we maybe bring it home and put it in the garage to see if we could overwinter if
Sure.
the price was good enough? So overall, I think it's worth taking the time to look through the tags. I mean, this looks like a raspberry, right? Yep. I mean, if you needed some raspberry, grab some raspberry, but look at the health of things. Look to see if it's an old wood thing and it's not looking great, it's not worth it. If it's a new wood thing and that stuff is going to be cut off or rebloom, it's totally worth it.
Eric, what do we have here?
Right here we have some cardinal candy viburnums. I would definitely consider this. Viburnums are beautiful. They have great fall interest. They have berries. If you have the right pollinator, if you have the right pollinating.
Yeah,
partners,
pollinator.
So do a little research, see if you need more than one or if it needs a buddy to help it pollinate. I don't know. This originally was $49 and now it's $30. I feel like that's a good price. It's not an amazing price.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're getting something of that much size to start.
That's true.
What
now
is
this
that?
one right here is the Spice Girl Viburnum.
Uh-oh.
This we just planted a gallon size of in our garden. I will tell you guys the truth. This is on sale for $25. The one that we just planted, I think it was our last video, we paid $20 for, and it was much smaller. So this was a missed opportunity.
We didn't plant that. We planted Vanilla Spice Summer Sweet. That's a Spice Girl Viburnum.
Ooh.
I've always wanted a Spice Girl Viburnum.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I really want a Spice Girl Viburnum. I've always wanted one.
Well, how does it feel to want?
Wait till you see the size on it and you'll understand why I haven't pushed for it.
Oh, it's 6 to 7 feet tall and wide. That's pretty big.
That's a pretty big one.
Yeah, we'd have to really think about the need for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so come on around this way. Well, then I guess that's a really good price then.
Yes, it's a very good price.
It's a great price because you really want it.
But also it's healthy. It gets great fall color.
This one, European Snowball Viburnum, for $30, I would skip. I feel like
they've defoliated way too early.
Yeah, it's the time of the year for, foliage to drop, but I wouldn't choose that variety. Assorted shrubs priced as marked.
Assorted shrubs that are priced as marked. Now, Eric, would you go for these My Monets?
I wouldn't. I don't think I would. I feel like they should look a little bit better. I mean, they're $15 each.
This would be a plant that we needed to really
So look, if
love.
I scrape here, they're green. All the branches are green. It looks like they have a lot of leaf burn on them. They probably weren't well watered. They're watered now. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. This is iffy. I guess if it's something I really wanted, I would get them.
Yes. I think that's one of the secrets to clearance plants.
Yeah.
How much babying do you want to do to save the money? Oh, what's that little
This little doodle is
gray
right here.
juniper? I love that. Is that gray owl?
It is gray owl juniper. It's going to get 3 feet tall and 6 feet wide. Again, it says, it's $10.
Now if it was 3 by 3
and
for
$3,
and yeah, that might be a thing to do.
Now's a great time of year to throw some forsythias in the ground so that they're ready to bloom for next spring.
Oh, $20 for these magical gold forsythia.
I mean, it's the best time of year for planting spring blooming things.
I'll look to your left. There's another forsythia.
Rose of Sharon. Rose of Sharon blooms on new wood, so I think it's something like these specimens are totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, this for $20 right here, this Ardens, that's a great specimen for $20.
For sure. Oh man, it's not on sale.
Oh no.
Legends of the Fall.
That is something we've been looking for.
Yeah, we've been
I've
looking
never
for
seen
Legends
one in
of the
person.
Fall. Fothergilla. Legends of the Fall. 4 to 5 tall and wide, zones 5 to 9. Blooms in spring, but look at the fall color on it. If this were on sale, we'd get it today. But for me, it's not worth $60.
Right, but there's only one of them. Maybe it'll still be here, and then we'll look on social media and see if they do a sale on them.
Yeah.
There are some Green Mountain boxwoods on sale, but you'll probably have heard Eric say we don't like to do broadleaf evergreen planting in the fall simply because they transpire or lose water through their leaves. And that's when you get those little white leaves and brown leaves by the end of the season. We might be getting a little damp in a second. Oop, if we hurry, we'll miss it. Here it comes, the sprinkler. Ah!
Not seeing a lot of sale signs around here.
Uh-oh, here we go. He found a beech tree.
I mean, I love a beech tree and a weeping purple beech. I know the lighting is terrible, but if Christopher turns around right now, there's a weeping purple right behind him. That's more mature.
I mean, we'll be right in the sun, but this, what is that, like a 40-foot?
I'm bad at judging that. I'm surprised these roses aren't on sale. There's some stuff that I'm like, why is this on sale and why isn't this on sale?
Wait a second here. We have 10-gallon tiny tough stuff hydrangeas for $50.
Oh, that's
absurd.
Obnoxious. I want those.
These, I mean, this is a full-size tiny tough stuff shrub for $50.
I mean,
how on earth is that even a thing?
I've never seen them this big. You know what? I wonder if they've just been overwintering these every year.
It could be.
1.5 to 2 feet tall and wide. I'd say these are at maturity.
They are, yeah, maturity, if not just slightly over from being in the can.
Shoot.
These were They were $129 each. So sometimes you're walking around the garden center, you have a couple deals along the way, and then you find something that changes the game. This would be that game changer.
Yeah, I mean, full size, full maturity.
Healthy buds all the way. Look at that. Every one of these has healthy buds. That's a good one.
Where would we put 10-gallon tiny tough stuffs? Oh, well, thank you for joining us on a little shopping excursion to our local garden center. We really hope that you learned kind of what to look for, what not to look for, and also just had some fun shopping with us, because who doesn't love to go to a garden center?
Everybody loves going to the garden center.
I know. Again, I'm Eric.
And I'm Christopher.
And we're Grow For Me 5B.
Thanks for growing with us.